Good evening, everyone. It's great to have you all tuned in on this Friday night where we're here for the Skypoint Dirt Oval Series. We usually see them supercars on dirt. This time, special event. We're here at the LA Coliseum, a 400-meter track. We've got 8 supercars just doing loops around these great circuits. It's a tough one, and we're going to see some great racing here tonight. My name's Peter Gretton, Ryan Barber, and Tom Pritchard in commentary with us tonight. Ryan Barber, it's going to be a tough race for these boys.
Yeah, certainly. They used to be on the dirt sliding around and drifting around, but different for this week. We are jumping in for round 6, if I'm correct. Jumping here at the LA Coliseum. Very short track, only 400 meters. But also in the commentary booth, you did mention before, Pete, we also have our one and only race controller, Tom Pritchard. But yeah, before we get on to Tom on track, we do have some information that just went up on screen. So we are here at the LA Coliseum, open practice here. We are watching the cars out on track, and then we head across to our 2-minute lone qualifying. And then usually we have a 10-lap heat, but today it's been extended by 5 laps, so drivers will have to tackle 15 laps in the heat. And then our feature plus 40 laps, and last time 90 laps feature. But we have Tom Pritchard running around on the track at the moment, going to show us around for an actual lap. So I'll hand it over to you, Tom, and let's crack it on and see what you can do with the LA Coliseum tonight.
Well, Junior, hello everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. Man, if you've ever done any kind of running inside of a tin can, well, that's exactly how I kind of feel right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is an absolute, what should you call it, bull ring in here. It is, very short track. We got cars all everywhere. I'm only getting up to 3rd gear of every lap. Now, an actual lap, I got to do about it. I got to get through, just to get through a sentence, I'm doing about 5 actual laps because it's such a short lap. We're doing 14-second laps here. I think the guys at the front are dumping it down to 13 seconds. This is going to be madness, boys. I mean, I don't know whether you guys have seen any racing around here, but here we go. We got Kobe. Sorry, goes. Yep. Okay, I've managed to make a mess here. Yep.
Yeah, we've seen that, usually. But what I did notice, we did have the LA Coliseum actually came out on iRacing not too long ago after the NASCAR Cup Series did decide to go there. But it's awesome to see a bit more downforce than the Cup cars here. But it looks like Tom's struggling a bit with finding the downforce. But yeah, it's an interesting actual laps here, Tom. But we'll just jump across. We do have 15 seconds left of practice. Darren McKenzie set the quickest lap of the session with a 13.61. And then we have Craig Ruffy in second position, fairly close to where Darren is. But what I'm looking out to see is what's the dirt guys going to accomplish here on the tarmac. It's a lot different than what they used to, Pete. So it's going to be a bit interesting to see what type of racing we get here tonight.
Well, we just seen there a little bit of a struggle coming out of the final corner. It's into qualifying now. Well, it's going to be something different, I think, tonight is my okay, this is...
Yeah, check out the crowd. But yeah, we are in our qualifying session at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see who can snag the bonus points for the pole position. They're very valuable in the championship. But we do have a car out on track. We'll go check him out in a moment. But Pete, here we are. It looks like the Outlaw's out on track there. Adam Malone setting his 2 laps here. Looks like he's on one of the laps at the moment. They just started the timer now. So let's see what Adam Malone can do around the LA Coliseum tonight. Coming out of... we're jumping over to Darren McKenzie, the championship winner last time round. Let's see what he can stick. He's gone pole at the moment for 13.61. About to set his second lap. We'll see if he improves. And it looks like he doesn't. So looks like he just struggled to get that 10th of a second to match his quickest lap time. But as always, we see the Roffies out on track. They've been extremely dominant throughout the series, especially because there's so many of them. The Roff Trough, you say, Pete, but time's coming in quick, and it looks like Roffies have been working on the pace today?
13.6 seconds is the time to beat at the minute. Darren McKenzie and then Malone Roffey. So I think that Stars Roffey. It's coming into play now, isn't it? McKenzie and then 3 Roffeys now. So Tony, Kim, and Craig just chopping a couple of Stars times there. 13 seconds. It's not a long lap. We're going to have 15 laps in the heat races and then 90 in the feature. Tom, you're going to be race control, so you're going to be doing a little bit of juggling and everything. But hopefully you're not too busy tonight. But 13.6 seconds. This is going to be over before we blink.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, sorry there. I will be down in the booth for looking out over the behaviour of these drivers very shortly. So it is going to be a bit of a juggling act. It's going to be definitely. I mean, don't step away from the screen at all, ladies and gentlemen, because it is going to be over before you know it. These heat races, especially being shorter races, it'll be interesting to see as well whether they can keep them straight, whether they can manage to get round here without causing spins and having all sorts of problems. I know that when the NASCARs were here earlier this year in real life, we saw a lot of spins, a lot of bumper-to-bumper action, and a lot of kind of beat and banging against the wall and against each other. So it should be interesting to see whether we have the same outcome when we've got the V8 supercars. I don't think we've actually seen V8 supercars around here before.
No, it's going to be definitely interesting. Sorry, Ryan. We've seen the NASCAR out here, and I tell you, me and Andy were having a bit of a laugh off air, but it's going to be tricky, very tricky. 400 metres is one lap around here. Ryan, the guys are just lining up behind the pace truck here tonight. It's going to be a short, sharp formation lap, I think.
Yeah, that's right. And Darren McKenzie takes the pole position here tonight for 13.6 lap time that we saw earlier in the broadcast. Tony Roffey right next to him, a tenth of a second off. Kim Roffey and Craig Roffey locking out the second row, with Adam Malone and Andy Barber in Southern Stars locking out the third row. Shane Roffey and Kobe Jordan end the field here tonight, 8 cars. But we're definitely going to see some really good racing here, but it's going to be a quicker start than what we usually see. Pete, usually we see the cars drifting off and trying to get all the grip on the dirt, but today, slick tyres, 600 horsepower like we used to, but when they can get the power down as good as this is going to be an awesome race.
It's going to be an awesome race. We got the drone cam doing loops. That was another gag that we said, what are we going to do if we get a drone cam? Is just going to hover and have a look, but when it hovers, that's what it looks like. That's how small the track looks as the guys get ready to set. Round 7, I do believe, of the Skypoynt Dirt Oval Series. You may be thinking, Pete, that's a little bit of an error there. We're on asphalt, but this is a special event. Round 7C is a special event here at LA Coliseum. Ryan, they're just about ready to start. We're going to get green racing very shortly, only a matter of seconds.
Yeah, how good is this? It's a Southern Stars and a middle split racing race at the moment, because if we do count Kobe Jordan as one of the Southern Stars from another series that he runs with them, it's a Southern Stars and middle split race. How good is that? But the pace car is out on track at the moment. Lights out, ready to come back in. All the cars are bunched up. It looks like we'll be continuing for one more lap, but what do you expect out of this start, Pete? Usually we won't see as messy of races as on tarmac. What are you expecting out of this one?
Well, the elbows are going to be out from the get-go. I don't think these guys have much choice. I don't think that there's going to be much time to breathe, really, as the guys get set. The pace truck will pull away very soon. I'm not too sure if we're using the Geico restart, as you can see from high in the air, as the safety car pulls in. We get underway. Round 7 of the Skypoynt Dirt Oval Series. We're off and running. Darren McKenzie gets a good start from Craig and Tony Roffey and Kobe Jordan. Good start around the outside from most of them. Have a look at this. You don't see this every day.
Yeah, look how close this racing is at the moment. It's a middle split 2, 3, 4, and 6. They are absolutely dominating this. But one of the middle split racing cars go around. Don't know who that is. It looks like it's Tony Roffey. He will need to turn around and catch up as the outlaw Adam Malone overtakes him. But how good does the cameras look here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? As we have a look over at Darren McKenzie is the leader. Craig Roffey and Kim Roffey in second and third position, but looks like everyone's gone a bit slow. Of course, we don't have any cautions here. Race control doesn't pull the cautions out for the heat racing, but we're seeing a race at the moment for the lead. Darren McKenzie and Craig Roffey at it. Craig Roffey's our current championship leader, and he'll be on the hunt for getting as many championship points as he can tonight, Pete.
Yeah, it's a good little battle. These guys up the front, they're managing to keep it, relatively clean. From them, big lock up from Darren McKenzie. That's the nature of the beast. But getting into second gear around here, these top two drivers are in the heat of the battle, and a three-car battle a little bit further back. Kim, Kobe Jordan, and Shane Roffey. So Jordan's in the Roffey sandwich at the moment, but looking good as we go. Oh, look at this. Roffey, that was Kim getting a little bit loose. Kobe, let's see if we can do the undercut. I wonder if any guys are going to open the door around one of these corners to try and get the drive out of it. Maybe even try a under and over as there's a little bit of contact again between these two.
Yeah, that's right. And with the tarmac racing, usually they would take a really sweeping line, just trying to maximise the corner exit. But Kobe Jordan is all over Kim Roffey. Please keep in mind that Kim Roffey does know how to drive extremely quick. He won the Skypoynt sprint car league, and he is on the attack. Kobe Jordan defending really well here in a 080. Not sure what team he is if I Mustang, but they're holding on really tight. What I've also noticed, Pete, Andy Barber in ninth position, not even on track. How crazy is that? Andy Barber's second in the championship, and his rival Craig Roffey's in second position. How bad is that going to go Andy in the championship?
Well, it's going to be costly, isn't it, for Andy? I'm not too sure what happened. Hopefully to see him in the feature, not too sure, but life happens. Kobe Jordan got that position done from Kim Roffey as he has a little bit of a blink back up the front. Darren McKenzie is right there. He's got some lap traffic. Will because we got, two teams on track, will team play come into it as Darren McKenzie is, in fact, the series leader? A little bit of contact with lap traffic. Darren gets through. Craig gets through as well. But lap traffic's going to be something here. Big send from Craig as he starts to descend on the back of Darren. Here we go, final lap, little bit of contact. Darren goes around. Well, the track is jammed.
Yeah,
Kobe might come. Oh, here we go. Kobe, is he going to win? Kobe Bradbury it. Darren McKenzie finds reverse. What a finish. I tell you, small tracks like that, it threw something up. Darren McKenzie finished the race in second position over the line in reverse. How good was that?
Yeah, that was wild. I didn't expect that to happen because I did see the checkered flag wave as they were ready to cross the line, and then we did see the contact between Craig Roffey and Darren McKenzie there, but Darren McKenzie went around, plucked it into reverse, and put the foot down. Kobe Jordan took the win over that, but seeing that we are waiting, if I'm correct, we'll be here for the warm-up. Why don't we drag in Kobe Jordan and check out how he felt about that finish. But Kobe Jordan, we have you in the commentary booth, Pete Gredden and myself. You won the heat before. How good does that feel?
That was a bit of a Bradbury moment, wasn't it?
I think that's how I called it, Cobes, Peter, mate. Darren McKenzie, I think, struggled to grab reverse. I think if he grabbed a reverse a little bit earlier, it might have been a reverse forward sort of drag across the line. But Bradbury went around the outside and, well, took us through that moment, mate. You must have been pretty excited.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it happened. Actually, I'd spotted it from turn 3 and I'm like, oh no, the track's blocked. And then I seen a little path on the outside and I'm like, oh, I think I can squeeze through there. And yeah, I seen Darren grabbing third too and I'm like, uh-oh, this is going to be funny. But
and such a short track, 400 metres. You like the concept?
Oh yeah, I'm a bit of a short track fan myself, so I'm loving it here tonight.
What about this short?
Yeah, mate, shorter the better, half it.
Yeah. 400 metres to tackle here. You did take the win, as we just said before, and you know very well. But you will be starting pole for the feature race. 90 laps. How are you going to go into the feature race knowing you're starting from pole?
I normally take it easy, but you can't do that from pole, so we'll see. I'll just try and hit me brake markers and my apexes and hope I don't get turned.
Yeah, that's right. But thanks, Kobe. We're in the warm-up. I'll let you head back out on track and do all the practicing.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks. There we go, Kobe Jordan with the Inside Lane Productions Mustang out on track at the moment. Andy Barber, we see on screen at the moment, missed out on the feature before. Not too sure what happened, but he didn't make the start, but he's definitely out on track now. We'll see what he can do from last position in the feature. But seeing that we are out here on the warm-up session, we'll go through our Heat 1 results. Kobe Jordan taking the win of the feature. Darren McKenzie's nearly stealing the win in reverse. How good's that, Pete? Nearly stole the win in reverse. 0.054 of a second. Craig Roffey and Kim Roffey, 3rd and 4th. Shane Roffey and Adam Malone, 5th and 6th. And then Tony Roffey ended your starters. And then Andy Barber didn't make it. And then Tom, he's our race controller. But how are you feeling going into this one? 90 laps. Anything can happen. Cautions are on. So how often do you think we'll see those, Pete?
Well, not too sure. We've seen a couple of self-spins there. I'm not too sure what Tom's thinking will be, if he will call a safety car for self-spins, or should I say caution for self-spins. I'm not too sure. There was a lot of them until that incident at the end, although this one's going to be 4 times in length, possibly even more, probably more like 6 times in length, so it could happen, but yeah, I'm not too sure. But I definitely think we'll see the caution come out at least once, as Andy Barber in the warm-up 13.82, fastest man out on track at the minute.
Yeah, looks like he's hungry for decent lap times. He didn't make the race earlier, getting a bit sideways there. We see on the drone cam, Tom Pritchard, he's jumped back up to the broadcast booth before the race. What are you going to look out for today? We're not having cars usually going out sideways on dirt, so it looks like it might be a bit cleaner, a bit easier for you tonight.
Possibly, yeah, it won't be as difficult. Hopefully there won't be as much carnage, although in that last race, race control notes that there was a little bit of team play going on by some of the Roffies there, so that kind of stuff, especially lapped cars, are not going to be tolerated, blocking the leaders coming through. So we'll be quick to throw penalties around if that kind of thing starts to happen. But yeah, it should be an interesting race, albeit Andy has gotten back in, obviously lost a few packets by the looks of things, and he's back in for this race, so it should be interesting. We're about to get underway here.
Yeah, that's right. Pete, why don't you take it away with the finishing of the heat race? Why don't you take the grid away with the start of the race?
So we get the grid up. The heat race is done and dusted. How good was that finish, if that's got anything to do to go from, well, this heat race, I think probably about 4 or 5 times in length. It will be 90 laps coming up at LA Coliseum. We're probably only looking at bugger all, half an hour, if that. It's going to be short, sharp racing as the grid comes up. Kobe Jordan Bradbury'd it, didn't he? But a win's a win. Darren McKenzie finished in second, so he'll start alongside Kobe Jordan. Roffey, that's Craig and Kim having the second row. Shane Roffey joins Adam Malone off the third. Tony Roffey, Andy Barber, and our race control, Tom Pritchard, rounds out this short but compact fun field here at LA Coliseum. So far, so good. I'm really liking this concept. 400-metre track, supercars that don't even get out of second gear, and I think the only incidents that we're seeing is self-spins as Kobe Jordan flashes his headlights. I wonder if he's got his pit limiter on.
Yeah, it's a bit unusual for this series to not have that much mud on the track, and there isn't even any dirt on the track apart from little speckles that have been laid down by the tyres. But behind the safety car at the moment, Kobe Jordan, Steve Bradbury. Bit of a fun fact there, Pete. Stephen Bradbury actually went to my high school, so that's a pretty cool bit of information there. But Looks like Kobe Jordan and Kim Roffey side by side ready. Safety car will be pulling in very shortly and we'll be getting underway. All 8 cars this time. Andy Barber joins them for the feature. It looks like he did lose a bit of packets and couldn't start the other one, but getting ready to pull in the second, and we'll be underway for some awesome LA Coliseum racing.
It's going to be another great race in the 90 laps coming up. Kim Roffey, Kobe Jordan will bring us to green as the safety car will pull away. Round number 7, race 2. Kobe Jordan left him napping. Good little restart. Roffey leads the next pack away. Kim Roffey and Shane Roffey side by side. Andy Barber is up there as well. A little bit of contact, but so far so good. 90 laps here at LA is underway.
Yeah, that's right. How good is the start at the moment? Kobe Jordan out in the lead by nearly 0.6 of a second, so he's pretty spread out from the rest of the field. Craig Roffey is chasing after him, and Kim Roffey is following after Craig, but lap 3 already. We've only just spat out a couple of sentences. I've noticed Darren McKenzie's in this race, so a bit of bad luck from Southern Stars, but looks like there's a
spin, self-spin of turn 4. Kobe gets away with it though as we go caution here, so Tom's pulled the caution. That's a self-spin. That answers my question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Brian, that self-spins is going to warrant a caution period here, so yeah, well, okay.
How crazy is that? We saw Kobe Jordan over there just come through the exit of the corner, and then we were met with a surprise of a Roffey. But let's have a look. Looks like we're looking at Shane Roffey. Let's see what happened to Shane.
Probably a little bit too much rewind. Oh, he gets a little bit of a helping hand there as well. So self-spin, maybe not. Andy's like, Andy might have stayed and redressed that as he was driving really slow. So I think you'll find that Andy Barber will redress it, or he'll get ordered to anyway. So Kobe Jordan, he was almost caught up into that as Jordan, Roffey, Malone, and Barber. That's your front half of the field. And Darren McKenzie isn't racing the main, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think Andy Barber might have just put his nose somewhere where he shouldn't have, and just gave the 61 of Shane Roffey a bit of a tap and caused the caution. So race control will definitely have a look at that. Of course, we cannot adjudicate here in the broadcast booth, but we'll definitely see what happens with race control very shortly when we see them in here after the race. But Kobe Jordan still maintaining his first position, starting pole, and sitting in first position at the moment. Craig Roffey is behind him, a position up from where he started, but at the moment Andy Barber is at the back, so might be a bit interesting. Maybe got an EOL, we don't know, but under caution here for the first time at the LA Coliseum. Saw a bit of bumper to bumper action here, Pete. Something that we are pretty familiar to, but especially not on dirt.
It's a little bit of a different one, isn't it? They're going sideways, especially at the exit of 4. I do believe it is. I'll have a better note or better look as the race progresses. I only just bought this track today, and I'm actually really stoked I did, because it's throwing up some really good racing. The cars are getting sideways, but it isn't on dirt. We'll go back to dirt in a fortnight's time, but I'll tell you, this asphalt, it's turning up some racing. 10% done, and we're under caution. Pace truck pulls away. Kobe Jordan leads him to green. Craig Roffey right there with him. And this time, well, no breakaway from Jordan at the start, but Roffey's right after him, and then he's got a few more Roffeys to follow as well. So check this out, good start, and the guys are back in battle again as Craig looking not to waste much time. I thought he was going to pop the nose down there.
And he does. It looks like Craig Roffey side by side with Kobe Jordan. Kobe Jordan gives him plenty of room, and the overtake is made. Craig Roffey takes the lead of the race. Kobe Jordan is falling behind. But what I also think we need to remember is Craig Roffey will be punching the hole in the air. And even though this isn't a big draft track, it's definitely going to help Kobe follow behind. But it looks like Craig Roffey makes a bit of a mistake, gets a bit sideways there, allows Kobe Jordan to gain a little bit more. Craig Roffey still trying to extend his lead, but looks like it's a middle split racing sandwich with Kobe in the middle there. But he can't be angry with that one, as we do see Roffey lock up a little bit and then Barber's a bit slow. So I wonder what happened there. It looks like we've gone under caution the second time. Andy Barber involved in another incident. We'll head over to the Skypoint replay and see what happened this time. Yet again, it looks like Andy Barber and Shane Roffey. Andy Barber's following. Oh, just a tap from behind and around goes Craig. No, Shane, sorry. Second time this race, Pete. Jesus.
Yeah, it looks like that corner's is catching a lot of people out, isn't it? But it looked, you could almost mirror image. I won't do it to Andy. Actually, I'm going to. If we have a look, ready? So this is the replay of the first caution. So we'll just pause it there. So it does look a little bit different. Then we roll with it. We still roll with it, because I remember this one was a little bit earlier, but this is the first caution. A little bit of a bump. As we go to the second caution, nearly identical. Ryan, so that's uncanny, isn't it? I'm pretty sure same corner. A little bit of a bump there. Definitely not no malice involved. But this is the second caution or replay. So have a look at that, and he pulls up there to redress as well. So almost very. It would almost exact, you might as well say, reasons why we're on the caution again. Lap 18 of 90, so lap 9 and now lap 18. So is we going to see that every 9 laps?
Yeah, we might actually, Pete. But what that reminded me of with Andy Barber just before his last round for race 5 at Lanier, we also did see the same thing where a couple of drivers were getting through the corners a bit too sideways. Of course, it was on dirt. And we did see one of the middle split cars. Not sure if I really remember, but he did have a bit of a mistake a couple times, and we saw a mirrored crash like we did tonight. But Craig Roffey at the moment, Kobe Jordan behind, and then Kim Roffey in third position. Going to be interesting to see what happens on the restart here. What's Kobe Jordan going to do? Is he going to try and follow Craig? Is he going to try and get the jump on Craig? But what I am paying attention to, now that we've had 2 incidences, Shane Roffey and Andy Barber down the back, will Andy Barber get his lap back? Or, yeah, it's quite a few questions I have for the race at the moment. 20 laps in out of 90. This is a cracker.
It's definitely a cracker. We're back underway again. Craig Roffey leads us to green this time and leaves Kobe Jordan napping there a little bit. There's a big battle going on behind him. There's Jordan, there's Roffey, or Kim Roffey. One of them. Oh, and that's Tony Roffey this time going around. That bloody corner, Ryan's catching a lot of people out.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a curse in that corner. We certainly haven't put any commentator's curse on it, but Jesus.
Or did we?
Yeah, or did we? We never know. But the outlaw, Adam Malone, is coming after Kim Roffey. It's a 3-car battle at the moment. Adam Malone, Kim Roffey, and Kobe Jordan, our pole position getter. Last race's winner. But how good is this? Why don't we jump in the cockpit of Craig Roffey, 099 middle split Commodore. We'll see how crazy it is on the onboard. Well, like Coliseum. How good is that? We've jumped on board with Craig Roffey for a couple of laps. Your race leader at the moment. What I've noticed is they are using the repeat gears through both straights to get up to third gear, and then they knock it back down to first gear. So very minimal gear changes for this one. But Adam Malone tucked it on the inside of Kim Roffey for third position. Let's see what the Outlaw can do. Kobe Jordan is next. There's a bit of a gap to Kobe. We'll see the Outlaw play catch up. But how good is this racing, Pete? We're 1/3 into the race, 30 laps out of 60. And even though we've only had 7 cars in the race, this racing has been pretty good, hasn't it?
Well, there's little battles going everywhere, and I think the biggest battle, and I'll probably ask a couple of the drivers in the podium chat, I think the biggest battle that these drivers have is against themselves, against the track, and against the car. Remember, this is my opinion, but the supercar is probably the hardest car to drive on the iRacing server. Put it on a 400 meter track, it's not normal to see, and it definitely, these cars aren't used to be going first, second, third, second, first, short shift, second, up to third, because that was quite evident as Kobe Jordan now starting to put the pressure on. But it's very uncanny to see supercars going around here just click over the laps. As I just had my spiel here, it's gone over about 4 laps. Fastest lap of the race so far, 13.71. That's from our race leader. So 13 seconds, that's not 13 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. But Kobe Jordan's right on the back of Craig Roffey. How good is this battle? Craig Roffey looking at stealing the, looking at maintaining the championship lead over Andy Barber and Darren McKenzie from Southern Stars. But close racing here. We see Kobe Jordan right on the bumper. Looks like he's getting a run. Brake discs glowing. Battle for first at the moment. We see on screen Roffey and Jordan. Looks like Roffey is losing a bit of time to Kobe, allowing him to gain. But a bit of a question, is it the tyres going off? Because we are on a tarmac. The tyre wear will be much greater than it usually is on the dirt surface. So is tyre wear coming into a factor here, Pete? Because I can see a bit of a drop with the lap times.
Yeah, we have seen a bit of a drop, hadn't it? Around about 0.5 of a second, and that's a lot when you think we're only doing 13-second lap. Sarah's in the comments, is this track harder on tyres? So she's on the same wavelength as you there as well, Brian. One could only assume, Sarah and everyone tuning in, that it is, because we know when we go NASCAR racing that the short tracks has a lot more tyre wear than Kobe Jordan. It's a little bit of a tail lapping car. You won't want to be doing that too many times, but as we see in NASCAR short tracks, it's heavy tyre wear on short tracks, from 400 metres here in a supercar, and I think now you're starting to see that it definitely is. So answer that question, yes, and we'll get a better understanding of that when we get one of the drivers to answer it. We're almost halfway. Roffey, Jordan, Malone. Have a look at this battle for your top 3. Kim Roffey wants in on it as well.
Yeah, not just a fight for the top 3, but the top 4. Kim Roffey, you just mentioned before, is gaining on the back of them. It's going to be a Southern Stars, Inside Lane Productions, and a Middle Split Racing fight for the win here. We're nearly halfway through the race, lap 44 out of 90, so we're getting into the closing stages, well, not the closing stages, the middle stage of this race. See how the tyres go. Only one set of tyres these drivers get, none of them duck in the pit lane and change, so looking after your tyres, that might be a factor that these drivers might need to pay, and it's something that Craig might need to pay for jumping into the lead so early. But the chase is on for the win, and it looks like Kobe Jordan is finding the pace over Kim Roffey at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a good battle up the front. It's continued for most of it. We'll see at the end, who's got the better off tyres. I don't think they have time to think, breathe, or even do any strategy in their head. I don't think there's any saving, because your brake rotors don't even cool down from the brakes, from the braking point. Then you're pretty much getting off the gas and braking again. So I don't think the guys would be saving tyres. Again, that's just probably my opinion. I don't think they have time to think about any of that stuff. But Kobe Jordan and Adam Malone last time, they got the same best lap times. Last time round, there's probably around about 3/10 on it. So watch out for Adam Malone. He looks like he's starting to push up onto Kobe there. Still a little bit of a gap though, 1.8 seconds.
Yeah, and I'm also noticing on the timing tower at the moment, you guys can't see it on the broadcast, but I certainly do with the live timing next to me. Andy Barber and Kobe Jordan are actually ducking into the 13s. In the rest of the field, last lap, Andy Barber was the only one to do a 13.96. So the rest of the field are doing 14s. So even though it's a marginal gap, Andy Barber looks to be finding some pace, and we'll see if he can unlap himself. If there's a caution later on, we might be hopeful to see him have a crack for the win or the podium. You never know with the Skypoynt Oval Leagues. Anything can happen from now on. But how good is this racing? Focused on Andy Barber, looking at the back of Tony Roffey. I think Tony Roffey is also a lap down, so this is also a race for position. Andy Barber on the back of him, looking at the back of, I'm not sure who that is, but look, yeah, that's the 85 of Tony Roffey, so he's also cutting laps, and it looks like one of his teammates are also behind him, looking at lapping, but how good. I actually see Andy Barber's on the lead lap. I'm excited. If you guys didn't know, he's my dad, but I'm blabbering on, Pete. Why don't we focus back up to the front. Craig Roffey is still out in front. Kobe Jordan and Adam Malone still fighting. Looks like middle split race here, working together. What a good race.
They are working together. Roffey, Jordan, Malone, just 3 at the minute. Kobe's just sitting back, and his lap times has gone up. Last time round for Kobe Jordan was a 14.09. Last time round for Roffey was 14.2, but then they just went over again because that's how short the laps are. Roffey 1.9 and Kobe Jordan with a 14.15. So only 400s in it as they go over again, and there's only about 400s in it again.
Yep, we have 1/3 of the race left. 60 out of 90. Andy Barber back on the lead lap. He is doing a bit of quicker lap times in the majority of the field, so we might be able to see a bit of a position change if we have a caution later on, which I'm hopeful for. But Kobe Jordan have a little bit of a look inside one of those middle split racing cars. Looks like it's Craig Roffey in first position, but the biggest mover here tonight, Pete, Adam Malone is up 13 positions in third. No, he's up 3 positions by mistake. Third position, +3, car 3. Triple numbers. But yeah, we're seeing a battle at the podium at the moment. Tony Roffey, no, not Tony Roffey, Craig Roffey out in the lead. But you know, how good is this racing?
Kobe Jordan right on the back of him now, gives him a little bit of a nudge. We've seen what happens if the nudging gets a little bit close to where Andy Barber out of the pit lane. Where can you go? Oh, the guy's got around there pretty good there. That could have been much worse. That's actually allowed Kobe Jordan right on the back of our race leader. Roffey's going to poke the nose down. A little bit loose there from the car 030. Kobe Jordan starting to push now with 26 laps to go. He's going to get it done. Kobe Jordan's leading the race again. But this is a good battle at the front. Oh, taps the wall too for Craig. Not too sure if that'll give him Debbie such a slow speed, but Kobe Jordan back out in front. And Adam Malone, rather, is starting to really put the pressure on. One little mistake, and that's what can happen. Kobe Jordan leads us around with 24 to go.
Yeah, one little thing, Andy Barber coming out the pit lane just before, just bunched up the leaders and allowed Kobe Jordan to steal the win. But Craig Roffey's not going to let this go easy. But you cannot forget Adam Malone is also behind Craig, and he is hungry to steal it off the middle split car of Craig Roffey. Race control will be looking at this very closely. Oh, Kobe Jordan's getting a bit sideways. Still has the inside of the corner. Craig Roffey looking at the outside there. See if he gets the run. No, he doesn't. He'll have another look. Looks like Kobe Jordan's covered the inside at the moment, allowing Adam Malone to gain on the back of him. But there's not much passing opportunity here when Kobe Jordan's shutting the door. How good is this?
Adam Malone's got a front row seat for such a good battle up the front. Darren McKenzie in comments, nice pass Kobe. Now don't let anyone up the inside. He's not going to, but then that turn 4, I do believe it is where everyone's having dramas. We see the lead change when you get a little bit loose. They'll be mindful about that. Let's see what the rest of the boys can do. Adam Malone now starting to drop away. The lap times have come down into the 13s too. So, or just over the 14, so they're really starting to push now. Kobe Jordan, 14.07, 700s quicker than Craig Rothie. That time round, Craig Rothie's around into the wall. Adam Malone's into him.
And the caution down. Yeah, the caution is, looks like Thomas has called it. There we go. We've seen the caution. Kobe Jordan and Adam Malone first and second. What I did see, Adam Malone being quite patient, sitting back there, but let's check out the replay and saw what happened.
Yeah, let's go through this because a little bit of I was just talking about lap times at this point, that the lap times are coming down, and there we go. Into the wall, heavy contact, Adam heavy contact as well. The question is, a short track like this, with a little bit of damage, slow you up. I'm not too sure if it will. I know their tyres will be feeling a little bit worse for wear, won't they, as we go back live?
Well, these guys do have damage healing on as per the what we've had in the dirt at the moment, but they definitely don't have their tyre wear off. Because, you know, we like to keep it pretty close to real life, but we've also given the drivers an opportunity to stay out and not need to take all the fast repairs they need. But what I noticed with Adam Malone, he sat back and he was watching the battle with Craig Rothie and Kobe Jordan. It looks like that paid off. Just a little bit of patience went a long way. But what I did hear from the Southern Stars boys before in practice, before we did go live, it looks like they kind of bring their anti-roll, not the anti-roll bias, they bring their brake bias towards the rear of the car. Maybe that's what Craig was doing, just trying to get the weight on the back rear wing to try and get some more downforce or help, whatever they can come up with to just get that little bit of lap time that goes a long way. So maybe he had the brake bias back, but he definitely did pinch the rears to go around, and we do see Andy Barber there at the pit exit. Just checking out the racing. It looks like he's out the car, but how good is this? Kobe Jordan won the last race with our Heat 1, started pole for this one, and now he's back in the lead.
Just a little over probably 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to see the winner of this round. Skypoynt Dirt Oval Series comes to LA Coliseum. We are on asphalt. I know it sounds like I said Dirt Oval Series, and it's because I did. We'll be back on dirt next week. And Darren McKenzie in comments look like he hit first gear too early, so that's probably just in reference to Rothie spinning into the wall. The pace truck is in. We got 13 laps to go. Kobe Jordan didn't leave no time. Kobe Jordan and Adam Malone now. Adzy's going to be right on the tail. These cars, like you mentioned, they've got damage healing, so the battle's back on again.
Yeah, that's right. And I wonder if there's going to be a bit of teamwork here between Kobe Jordan and Adam Malone, as they both are in the same channel at the moment. They are both in the bar. How convenient with that one with the Oval League's Discord. But looks like they're just running away from the middle split cars of Kim and Craig Rothie at the moment. And at the moment is Kobe Jordan, Adam Malone, Kim, Craig, Shane, and Tony Rothie taking out the majority of the field of the Rothie team. And they are definitely a strong bunch. But we are looking at the lead of the motor race at the moment. No team orders or anything here between Kobe and Adam Malone. They'll be racing as hard as ever. Adam Malone will be chasing after Kobe Jordan, trying to steal the win off him. But 8 laps to go, closing down shortly. This is the starting to get to the end of the race. We'll hear from the drivers shortly, but look at that cam at the moment. Look how quick they approach that corner, stamping on the brake thing, the nose pointed in, trying to get the best exit they can. Kobe Jordan still out in the lead, maintaining over Adam Malone in the 3. Looks like Adam's just fallen back a little bit, but the main battle at the moment we are looking at here at the front, and the 2 middle split cars of Kim and Craig will be chasing behind in case anything happens to the front 2 Pete.
Darren McKenzie's money's on Adam Malone. He says in comments, Adam Malone's going to win this. Currently, it's got a little bit of a gap to make up. Kobe Jordan, have a look at this lead. We haven't been able to see drivers get a lead like that. 5 laps to go. Kobe Jordan is starting to pull away from the field. Adam Malone, though, is he saving something for the end? It's going to be a good battle. One of the middle split guys getting a little bit loose through there. That's Kim Roffey. So, you know, the tyres are going away. 4 laps to go. Kobe Jordan, it's his race to lose. Oh, it's a middle split around.
Yeah, it's a middle split car around. It looks like we weren't going to caution here. Only 3 laps to go. Kobe Jordan out in the lead. The middle split car looks like Tony Roffey gets the car pointed back around. Shane Roffey, but we've gone under caution. 3 laps to go, Pete. How crazy is that? The safety car is out for the 4th time here tonight, if I'm correct. 4th or 5th time. Haven't seen as many cautions as we usually do. Shorter track, but yeah, 4th caution we see on the screen. 3 laps to go. Why don't we bring up Adam Malone? We spoke to Kobe Jordan earlier tonight, but Adam Malone certainly following. Let's see what he can do. But Adam, we've dragged you up in the commentary booth here. We are under our 4th caution with 3 laps to go. What are you thinking coming into this one with Kobe?
Yeah, I think Kobe's got this wrapped up. Yeah, their tyres are pretty worn down.
Yeah, that's something that I did mention earlier in the broadcast. So did Pete. Tyre wear being a factor. You guys haven't really been used to being on the tarmac ovals with this season so far. How do you think the tarmac and the tarmac this time has affected you with being used to the dirt?
Oh, it's okay. It's a bit of a challenge being a short little track. Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge to try to overtake someone. You really got to wait until someone makes that mistake, really.
Yeah, that's right. Pete, do you have anything to say before we throw it back into the bar?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, Adsy, Petey, mate. We're just about ready to go green. 3 laps to go. I suppose you got no choice but send it. What do you think's going to happen? Oh, and just before we do go, turn 4. That must be a headache on Warden tyres.
Oh, it is, mate. I can feel the tyres worn out now. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it stick at the moment.
Good luck, mate. Hopefully talk to you on the podium, but we'll let you go. We're just about to go green. One to green, I do believe, as Kobe starts to play a few games with the pace truck.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Adam Malone, Southern Stars Esports, is currently sitting in a good position in second. Junior, he's got Kobe Jordan in front of him. I wonder what Kobe's tyres are like, because Adsy, I did take note there, he said his tyres are gone, and turn 4, it's a struggle. But last restart of the night, Brian, I'll get you to bring him to green this time.
Yeah, that's right. Kobe Jordan starts early for the restart here. 3 laps to go. Adam Malone chasing behind. He'll be looking at possibly trying to steal the win from Kobe Jordan, but Kim Roffey from behind might have something to say about that. 2 laps to go. 30 seconds left in the race. That's a very short amount of time to talk, but we are here. Final lap. Kobe Jordan has the lead at the moment. Has a bit of a big gap, 0.8 of a second here. Looks like he has taken the win here tonight. They're going through turn 3 and 4. The infamous turn 4. Kobe Jordan, Adam Malone, and Cam Roffey across the line for the podium. Craig Roffey, the championship leader, in 4th position with Shane, Tony, and Andy Barber ending your field. But what a good one here, Pete. 90 laps. Kobe Jordan out in the front stretch, going to burn these tyres up. Opportunity that these drivers don't usually get on the dirt, but he's put the nose into the wall and he's put the foot down. It's letting it smoke up, Pete. How good was this race?
Kobe Jordan, well-deserved burnouts right now. The 080 Ford Mustang was just a class above, kept it clean, and he said Harvard. He loves short tracks, well, as he does his victory lap around the wrong way. It won't take very long, but I tell you, the very short track, the nature of this track, I didn't think would be like anything like what we've seen tonight. 90 lap feature. Kobe comes away with the win. Don't forget Adsy, we just spoke to him. We'll speak to him again as Kobe goes into the pit road to go down victory lane, and well deserved as well. But LA Coliseum throws up another Butte race.
Yeah, that's right. But how good was that? We do have a middle split car at the moment. I'm not sure who that is out on track. They're burning it up. Looks like might have been Kim, possibly. But a few drivers trying to escape the track, and iRacing is saying, "No, you're not. You're not leaving the LA Coliseum." But look at all the middle split cars doing all burnouts at the moment. How cool is that? They don't get the opportunity to do that usually, but look at them go. Look at all the smoke they're creating. And it looks like they're doing a Darren McKenzie impression across the line there. It looks like it might be Craig Roffey, if I'm correct there. So he's having a bit of fun too. But we'll be speaking to the podium getters at the moment in just a second, but we will jump across to our finishing results in just a moment. But how good was this racing, Pete? We saw Kobe Jordan not only start pole, but he took the win tonight.
LA Coliseum, 400-meter long track, and it showed. We had a 15-lap feature, heat race, 90-lap of feature race. Kobe Jordan comes away. 0.7 was second lead as well, especially when they were clocking around about that 14, just over 14 seconds a lap. So that was quite comprehensive. Adam Malone and Kim Roffey rounds out your podium. We'll get a chat with them in a minute, but a couple of Roffies behind. But Kobe Jordan, I bet he's definitely proud. We'll jump into the podium room. We've just got, I think, Kim Roffey to jump in as well. But 400-meter long track, 90 laps. We're done and dusted within, with plenty of time to spare, which is pretty good for me because I'm unlucky and got to work tomorrow. But such is life. But good way to end most people's working week with Dirt Oval Series, and next week, we'll be back on circuits with DSL Welding Services V8 Supercars series. But right here, look at that view through the archway here. Great track. I do believe that there's usually a football stadium underneath that track.
Yeah, that's right. We have the podium at the moment. In the broadcast booth at the moment, your winner, second position and third position. But we'll head across to Kim Roffey. We'll speak to you first, Kim. Third position here tonight. A bit of an interesting race. Coming to tarmac for the first time here for the Skypoynt Dirt Oval League. Bit of a different thing. But how do you think the tarmac has affected the racing compared to when you guys have been on dirt ovals for the majority of the season?
Definitely a lot different. Had to look after tyres this time. I burnt through the rears fairly badly towards the end of it. So yeah, had to try and look after them.
Yeah, that's right. You looked pretty quick. You did start in the fourth position and moved your way up to third, one position up from where you started. But it looks like it was a pretty good race for the middle split guys. Everyone looked pretty quick in your team. And it's not a surprise that one of you guys have snuck into the podium here tonight. But how do you think your race went? Is there anything that you would improve on if you came to another tarmac oval with the Skypoynt Oval Series?
It's hard to say what you can improve on. It's just a matter of trying to keep the car clean. And yeah, just wasn't fast enough to keep up with Adam and Kobe. They got away towards the end, and yeah, it was just basically just try and keep up with them.
Yeah, you know what? The middle split racing team looked mighty quick, especially with Shane. He did take Craig. My apologies. Did take the majority of the race laps. But Pete, do you have anything to say to Kim before we hand it over to all of his sponsors?
Yeah, Kim, first off, congratulations for your P3 and in the feature here tonight, mate. Turn 4 was a headache, wasn't it? How detrimental was getting that right to getting a good result here tonight?
Yeah, turn 4 was a killer. Just trying to get off the line or out of the corner cleanly. Like coming out in first and into a second gear short shift. it sort of helped it a little bit, but yeah, maybe if I kept it in second, might have got a better drive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. It was
couple of you
pretty.
boys get a little bit of a nudge through that corner as well. Seeing a couple of you spin around there, that was unlucky, but good bit of racing. 400-metre long track. You done well, mate, for your P3. I'll throw you back to Ryan, and he can do the,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, Kim. The Mill Split Racing crew did pretty well for the race. Everyone was pretty quick in your race team here tonight. But sponsors, you wouldn't be here if you didn't have them. So who would you like to thank for your third place getting tonight?
It'd have to be Middle Split Racing and all the boys over there. Who's it's Rockdale Volkswagen. I can't remember who else is on there. I haven't had to do an intro like this.
Yeah, that's no
But yeah,
Yeah, that's no problem. But you know what, Kim, you're a Skypoynt champion. You did win the Sprint Car League, so a huge congratulations on that one.
yeah, go on.
Yeah, just huge congratulations for that one. We did see that. I did hear quite a lot of how quick you were, and in some cases you were pretty hard to beat. So big congratulations on that one.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Thanks very much, Kim. We'll jump across to Adam Malone in the Southern Stars Car 3. We did speak to you on the final caution about how you're going to chase down Kobe Jordan, and you did mention that your rears were pretty dead. How do you think the tyres have really affected your race? Is there much tyre strategy that the Stars guys used tonight?
No, we didn't do much talking at all tonight, which was a bit unusual, but no, it was just trying to save them tyres, but you just couldn't. It was just really hard to try to save them and push at the same time.
Yeah, we did see, like, at turn 4 especially, it looks like the corner might have been a bit different to the rest. Like, you can't really notice it, but just carrying the speed through there looks like it could have contributed to those rear tyres quite a lot. But is there anything that you would have changed going into this? Maybe a bit more tyre saving, or do you think you would just go as just like you did tonight? Would you do it all over again?
Yeah, I'd do exactly the same, what I did tonight, for sure.
Yeah, you know what, the Outlaw was quick as always, but I'll hand it across to you, Pete, to have a couple words with Adam Malone.
Yeah, Adsy, well, your call was right when we interviewed you, wasn't it? Before we went green for the last time. Well, Kobe's got it in the bag, and, well, he did. The tyres fell off just a little bit, too much, I think, but it was a good fight anyway. But definitely second, man. You can't sneeze at that, so congratulations for your P2, mate. We'll see you back on dirt next fortnight.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Thanks.
All right, that's Adam Malone, your second place getter. Finished 4 positions up from where he started. Started P6 and moved his way up to second position. And is there any sponsors that you would like to thank, Adam, who got you here? And yeah, who would you like to thank for this one?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Tiona Holiday Park, Mishi XL Garage, Skypoynt, and the Southern Stars esports team.
Perfect, Adam. Awesome job for your second position. Was cheering you on a bit there, I must admit, but awesome job for your second place here tonight.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Kobe Jordan. We talk quite a lot on voice calls throughout the day, and I don't think you were that keen on jumping in tonight until you heard that we were here at Tarmac. But you know what? You won the first race, and then you started pole, and you've won this one. How good does it feel?
It's good, actually. It's my first league win, let alone broadcast win. So, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you definitely showed your pace throughout the race. A bit of a rhyme there, but you were kicking it off pretty quick. You were racing Craig Roffey quite hard there. I was a bit worried about how your tyres were going to go, but it looks like you just had that one in the bag when it went caution for the last time. But you know what? That's probably the best race I've seen you do on broadcast at the moment. How good, if it awesome. But how do you think the tyres went this time? You definitely had quite a lot of pace after the third caution. But how do you think you found that pace compared to the other cars?
Well, it was funny because I didn't have much pace in practice. I placed 8th in practice, and didn't really do that good in qualifying either. It wasn't till the heat that I got myself a position. So then in the race, I found I had enough pace to stay with the Roffies. So I just kept a slow in, fast out attitude because I knew that tyres were an issue at this track. And it seemed to serve me well because I seemed to have a bit more tyre left at the end when when we had the green white checker.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how much pace you actually got from practice and converted it into the heat race. But Pete, is there anything you'd like to ask Kobe Jordan before we head over to all of his awesome sponsors?
Winner, chicken dinner. Congratulations, Kobe, with the win. It was hard out there, wasn't it? 0.4 of a K this track. You said you loved short tracks, and you reckon you'd halve it. Was that just taking a piss, or you reckon a 200-meter track would be doable?
I'd have a go, but in VR, I don't think I might last many laps before I started getting dizzy.
Did you get dizzy today? It was pretty short.
A little bit. You just had to focus at the other end of the track when you were coming out, and as soon as you could, so it wasn't so bad. But if you sort of just let yourself go into autopilot, my eyes did go a little bit fuzzy for a bit, but I had to snap back into focus and keep going.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, Ryan, when you were coming down the straight, the second straight rather, and you're lining up that turn 4, did you have to remember what you've seen the cars do all night and just really check yourself up, or did it turn into sort of muscle memory?
No, I knew there's a little ramp there that leads into the pit lane, and if you're not careful, it'll put the corner in an off-camber position as you're coming out of the corner. So I knew that was there and was just very careful of it if I put my car over it.
Yeah, that's something we didn't really pick up on actually, but we did see a bit of sliding, a bit of self-spins and a bit of contact with turn 4. So it looks like that was the hot spot here tonight for contact. But you know what, being in VR here for this one, I reckon, when I'm in VR, when I do oval racing, it turns into a bit of rhythm. How do you think that you found your rhythm here tonight? Did you think it was pretty easy once the green flag running got, or do you just take every corner as it came?
Yeah, I just made sure I hit my brake markers, hit my apexes, and luckily I had one of the Roffies in front of me. So I kind of used him as a litmus test to, if I knew he was going in too quick, I'd pull my brake mark back a bit, and if he was going in fine, I'd push it forward a bit, and just follow what he was doing basically and try and keep his pace.
Yeah, that was right. We saw quite a lot of pace for you here tonight. Starting pole, taking out the win of the feature, 90 laps. You did quite awesome, but all the sponsors that you want to thank tonight, who got you here, and who would you like to thank for this one?
Okay, so first and foremost, Inside Lane Productions, Sim Racing Edge Setup Shop, JTH Signs for all your sticker and vinyl needs, J-Tune Automotive, HM Mechanical, Staunch Bull Bars, Matt's Car Care, LR Sports themselves, and Sunco Fire up the top. Thank you very much.
Awesome, thanks Kobe. Your round 6 winner here at the Coliseum. Got to do some victory burnouts that we actually did get to see smoke, but just run through the Skypoynt leagues here before we wrap it up here tonight. Tuesday night we head over to the Truck Series here on LR Esports. This is broadcasted, $1,000 still up for grabs, so make sure you check that out. Not too late to join. On Thursday nights, the sprint cars have wrapped up, and now we head over to the Pro 4 Off-Road Series. Go to skypointracing.com, jump into the Discord, and see all the information on that one. In a fortnight's time, we head over to Race 7 at Charlotte Motor Speedway, so make sure you tune in here 7:30 next week. But it's been a good one here tonight. 90 laps of the LA Coliseum. Kobe Jordan's your winner. Peter Gredden, and myself from the broadcast booth, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys tune in next fortnight at Charlotte Motor Speedway on the dirt track.